race too bright outside, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side, and it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can have the throne, I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
This week, we are showcasing some of the awesome plays you've sent in on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. If you want to be featured in our next competition for top plays, send in your play. You can be featured on our next installment. I'm the 2KMC, and I'm out. Yeah!
Our broadcast tonight coming to you from New York City, amid all the hustle and bustle of the streets of Manhattan. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Here's a look now at what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
the teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
Because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human. And, Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for New York, Barrett and Randle are in the forward positions. Reggie Bullock is out there with Payton. And it's Robinson in at the 5. Here's Middleton. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The D had no chance, and Chris Middleton on the rise.
Here's Payton, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Outside Holiday. The pass to Middleton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Middleton's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Way to get that one up quick.
Payton can't get that one to fall.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Assist from Drew Holiday.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Payton. Second shot opportunity. And Robinson with the layup.
That's Robinson dominating on the inside to capture the board and go right back up.
Poke loose. Stolen by Robinson. Payton outside. Finished off the break.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It was a good possession all the way around.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
Well, the Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
Now here is Holiday. His last outing, he had 8 points. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
And to get open is Robinson. The shot by Payton, no good. And Robinson, a second-round pick for the Knicks. Brent, he has been a steal.
I agree with you. He started playing basketball in 8th grade, so you wonder how much more unlimited and untapped potential does Mitchell Robinson have at this position.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Bucks, their last game, a loss to the Knicks in New York.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Yeah, and going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Bullock missing. Milwaukee leading by 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. Robinson pulls it in.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Randle. On up the court. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game. And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, that he has other ways to get at you offensively.
That free throw good from Randle.
After being picked 7th out of Kentucky back in 2014 by the Lakers, you remember Julius Randle, an auspicious start to his career, breaking his leg on his very first NBA game. That has not deterred him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Payton. Offensive rebound.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
16, 18.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Some agility shown there by Julius Randle with that frame, able to find a way to score.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
He's checked in for Elfrid Payton.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. Coming off a terrific season, 3rd in free throw shooting. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
But they'll get another chance. Pass to Lopez. Now here's DiVincenzo. Passes to Middleton. Clock at 6. Buries it from 3-point range. Middleton's got 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
RJ not getting distracted by the defense closing in on him. That's a nice-looking jumper.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Knocked loose. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Randle, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
Well, he goes in there, and you're worried about getting bumped if you're a defender. by Julius Randle, not the other way around. So physical.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
That free throw good from Randle. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player. 3 terrific kids, you're right. Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 22-point game against New York.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
They double him with Middleton. Randle uses the glass to finish the layup. 18 points for him.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Middleton on the wing. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Burks, and that one is hammered home.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
Here's Giannis. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
It's Middleton at the elbow. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. 5th is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Burks for 3. They get it again. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Well, he's just too big and too athletic to be given that kind of position. Mitchell Robinson, an easy deuce.
Outside Holiday. Feeds it to Giannis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
New York calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
A different look for New York. Nerlens Noel checks in for Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for R.J. Barrett. And Smith subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. DJ Wilson comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. It's taken away by Smith. Over Middleton. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
A pull-up J can be devastating if Smith Jr. makes the right decisions. That time he did.
And a wide-open look for Portis. No good on the 3. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for New York. Knox. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Connaughton tips it back in.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Now here is Smith over Augustine. And it's off the back rim, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Drains the three-pointer. And it's now only a 1-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
That free throw good from Randle. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Hits it from three-point range. Bucks trail by 5. Augustine passes to Portis. And Forbes kicks to Augustine. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Connaughton. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Randle with the ball. Picked up by Portis.
Now Randle right now going to town on the defense and taking over this game.
Here's Augustine. They really needed more from him in that loss to New York. Here's Connaughton. Burks covering. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Randle with the bucket. Randle's got 23 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Forbes. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Knicks leading by 8. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Here is Forbes following the score by New York. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
And Forbes has it in the corner. Hands it from downtown. Forbes has got 6 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Count that one.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Wilson following the score by Dennis Smith. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Knox, powered down with both hands.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Here's Connaughton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Augustine. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Julius Randle getting it done for New York. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll return shortly. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James, Giannis had this to say.
I know if I put the work in, maybe 10 years from now I can be the same sentence. But I got to put the work in, and whenever I face him, I got to show up. I cannot be taking a day off against him.
And, Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there today.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Knicks, Nerlens Noel is out there with Knox. Then it's Smith. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Payton in at the point guard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Payton gets the bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Milwaukee. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
Bucks trail by 13. Augustine looking around. There's the pass to Connaughton. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Connaughton's got 11 points.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And the shot goes in. Payton's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. There it comes in for Dennis Smith. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for DJ Wilson. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. Corner shot, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Bucks trail by 13. Out to the right wing. Here's Connaughton. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit. Wants to show he's got the strength.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Knicks leading by 15. Here's Barrett. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. DiVincenzo can't hit it. New York with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Robinson goes in, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez. And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his 2nd season.
Maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
And he knocks down the first one.
A lot of people like Mitchell Robinson because he does what he's told to do, and that is stay in the lane. It's where he does a lot of damage, both defensively and offensively.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Robinson hits them both. Timeout called, the Bucks.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
While we have the chance, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top shooting small forwards at the free throw line during the last month. Number 1, Chris Middleton.
And most impressive is that he's done it in the first quarter, in the clutch, whenever, as consistent as they come.
Knocked away. Payton drives in, and the dunk by Payton.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Payton's got 12 now in this quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Middleton outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the basket by Knox.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And Knox just flying right now.
Milwaukee has gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. The wide open look here for Lopez. It's rebounded by New York.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
He's checked in for New York.
And checking out the numbers for Barrett, how he performed last season. Came in about 14 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Robinson. 8 points for R.J. Barrett.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And the basket by Payton.
Good slice and dice from Payton there in the lane, finding room.
Giannis with it. 8 points for him. Outside Holiday. Now here's Middleton. He's guarded by Bullock. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Off target with his 3. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Barrett with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. And Barrett gets it to go.
Now this is the kind of play you want out of R.J. Barrett, just hustle plays.
On the wing, Holiday. That 3 off the mark.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Taken away by Holiday. Pass to Middleton. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Barrett against Giannis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
Here's Knox. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Stolen away to the paint. Here's Payton. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
20 feet out. It doesn't go for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo.
Well, the ferociousness that Robinson can have around the rim is impressive.
Bullock, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Bullock's got 4 points this quarter.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
In the corner, Middleton with it. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Bullock. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Middleton for 3, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
New York calls timeout. The Knicks making a switch here. Randle's checked in.
And how about the numbers here for Jrue Holiday? Great showing for him last season. 12th in steals, and he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And as we saw last season, a difficult guy to run the offense against. Constantly jumping the passing lanes, always a threat to create a turnover.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here's Middleton. 22 points for him.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Chris Middleton pulls it down. The Bucks shooting in the second quarter, 46%. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. DiVincenzo's got 11 points.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
It's off his foot, and the official's saying it was kicked. And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jrue Holiday. Here's Randle. 29 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals. Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
The Knicks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Count that bucket.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it. You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now, that's some high praise because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash. But R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling.
And here's Augustine to the inside. Portis shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one R.J. Barrett.
And the first one drops. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. He hits both from the stripe. 1:35 left in the first half. Here's Bullock. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
A finish. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
The Knicks have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. Free throw good. Bullock.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Wide open look. The shot by Wilson, no good. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Randle throws it down.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Milwaukee with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Augustine passes to Portis. Here is Forbes to stop the run. A three-pointer is right on target. Forbes has got 9.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Robinson, that's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Augustine against Randle. Here's Wilson. Off target from outside. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Nice shot by Portis. And so it's New York with it. Shot from the wing. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, the hustle from RJ on the offensive end was tremendous.
Now Augustine.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfert, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run, getting out the rim fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Elfert. Thank you. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A stellar first half for Julius Randle. He had 30 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. He's really stood out for them to this point. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Knicks.
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a tactic. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
They didn't show enough toughness in the paint on D. When you get dominated in the post, it sets a bad tone. You always want to win that physical battle in the area. Otherwise, you wind up with a score like this. I don't believe I'm watching this.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint.
It is getting scary out there to watch Giannis do what he do.
And it's Bullock missing, and for Milwaukee, they're shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Offline with his 3. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And he makes the first.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Both good from the line that time. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Got a piece of it. In the corner, Middleton with it. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Knicks have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Payton. Yes, that goes in. Payton's got 20.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Milwaukee.
Middleton can't get it to go.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Randle with the bucket.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Giannis passes to Middleton. He's looking for Lopez and finds him.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
And that one misses.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the three-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Elfrid Payton. And he sinks the second. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Randle no good. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Robinson with the block. The fader. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Giannis has got 17.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Ntilikina can't hit. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Wasted no time on that one. Middleton's got 31 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Mitchell Robinson. Good season for him last year. First in field goal percentage. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Here's Bullock. And the rejection by Giannis. DiVincenzo with it. Now defended by Randle.
That's just a good, solid, instinctual play there from Randle.
Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Hear so much about this 3 and D in terms of the wings in the NBA, and Chris Middleton really embodies all of that. He can do some damage behind the arc and then is asked to guard the team's most potent offensive wing. But he's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that one doesn't cost them.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Bucks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Ntilikina can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Giannis. Robinson with the block. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Randle. That shot off. Excellent D there from Holiday. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Noel's checked in for Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for R.J. Barrett. Alec Burks checked in for Reggie Bullock. And Smith subbed in for Ntilikina. And again, the Bucks miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he makes that one. Knox has got 12 points in the game.
Great long strides there from Kevin Knox and a beautiful hoop gliding down the floor in transition.
Now Giannis after the missed three from Lopez. And Giannis gets it to go.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Took him no time at all on that one. 14 points for him.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
That's tipped. Middleton on the wing. There's the three. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Randle finds Noel. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Here's Noel. Good D by Lopez.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Inside, Antetokounmpo.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Passes it to Lopez. The three. It's rebounded by New York. Randle's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
No good from Connaughton. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Bryn Forbes comes in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Noel passes to Randle. Shot from 12. And the shot goes down. Randle's got 34.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Down low. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
And it's sent back by Lopez. Here is Forbes. He's got 9. And the rejection by Noel. Randle down low, covered by Giannis. The Bucks shooting the ball around 43% from the floor so far in the third quarter. Augustine, that's good.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
New York calls timeout.
I've been moving through the city like a phantom in the upper dark caramel. Holy matrimony since in the cabana. Same time I'ma move up to Atlanta. I was in Miami trying to dodge the cameras. It's drama, so dramatic for the. always hit like a thump no wave. I shake shit for 100 days. Still underrated, son. Even if they tell me I'm top 5. Undebatable to even tell me I'm not high. Put it down my mama, you don't buy time. Same clothes, they told me to watch mine. Be front saying to love me, that's all that. You see why I'm headed? You want that? I know where you're headed, I know when this. You can be a better, I'm betting your own life. Stay fucking gazing. You make my move. You making me choose how I might move. What I might do lately. Oh, you made me my work.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Brook Lopez.
And here we can check out the story on Julius Randle. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season put up about 19 points per, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Floats it up for Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, that's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Here's Smith. And he overshot that one, missing. Now here is Augustine. He's got 5. On the wing, Giannis. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Now the pass to Augustine. Nailed from three-point land. Augustine's got 8 points.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Here's Smith. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Smith Jr. working on his shot and now working to get going in the mid-range.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Over to the wing. Back to Augustine. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the technical free throw is good. Off the inbound, and the rejection by Noel. Here's Connaughton, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. The Knicks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Wilson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. So it's Augustine who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Tipped away. It's taken away by Smith. And oh, here we go. Burke's got it. The fast break chance. And the basket by Knox.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Outside Portis. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Oh, good on the triple.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now here's Randle. He's got 34. Bucket is good.
Such a key for Julius to continue to stay assertive on the offensive end.
Augustine passes to Connaughton. Left side Portis. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Portis has got 6 points. Burks' shot is good.
And if you keep working around on offense to find the mismatch, you can find easy points.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting around 48% so far in the third. Now here is Augustine. 9 points in the game so far. That one good for 2.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The Bucks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Julius Randle.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And it's Smith missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. And DJ Augustine good for 3. Augustine's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Milwaukee. From outside the arc, nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 9 points here in the second half.
And how about Smith Jr. coming back and returning the favor just like that?
Augustine with it. 15 points in the game. It's stolen by Smith. Barrett against Wilson. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 20 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And here's Augustine. Outside Wilson. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Noel. It's deflected. Here's Connaughton. 17 points in the game. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. To the middle. Here's Portis. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 8 points for Bobby Portis.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
The drive by Smith. And the shot goes in.
All about the burst there. Dennis Smith Jr. creating the separation.
And so it's New York in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. He's kind of his bread and butter.
It doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Ntilikina, and it's Pinson in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Like that pull-up jump shot. Good base on that one from Frank Ntilikina.
Now here is Augustine. Here's Forbes. Misses the 3.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Ntilikina.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
The shot's good from Forbes.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Right wing. Pass to Craig for the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Ntilikina can make some noise around the rim at that size.
Pass to Craig. Lets it go from deep. That one misses. New York's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Wilson grabs the board.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Augustine up top. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Knicks. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. To the left wing. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
From past the arc, the shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got 7 points for the quarter.
Ntilikina so much better when hitting threes. That one looked nice.
Augustine passes to Portis. Here's Craig. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Pinson. Here's Ntilikina. That one falls. Ntilikina's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Way to stick with it right there as Ntilikina able to keep it going with the activity.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Pass to Craig. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Craig's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Bucks.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
The shot's good from Lopez.
But you don't expect that Brook Lopez would be the guy to respond with a three-pointer. He did so there. 2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And so it's Milwaukee now. And Lopez has it in the corner. And another three for Milwaukee.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And Milwaukee has possession. Mitchell Robinson making his last shot. Here's Wilson, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. Here's Ntilikina, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And another three for Milwaukee.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Ntilikina. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots. The Bucks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Ball's knocked loose. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
New York calls timeout. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. From the inbound, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, that helps Ntilikina's confidence when he can score like that against very, very strong defense.
And Bones, he's got a 7-foot wingspan. Certainly the defensive potential is there for Frank Ntilikina.
Well, the questions have always been about the other end and whether or not Frank can find a way to score more efficiently on a nightly basis. Still young and still some room to grow.
Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year. And,
wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? You talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And Lopez has it in the corner. They get the rebound. Antetokounmpo. Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. Milwaukee with the rebound. Holiday's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For 3, Middleton, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Barrett, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Here's Bullock. And that one's on target from the wing.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And the dunk by Giannis.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And the Bucks making a change here.
Craig Connaughton, number 15.
Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because I think they're on to something. If we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Kept alive. Antetokounmpo. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
Here's Connaughton. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by New York. Bullock's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Connaughton. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Craig. It's stolen by Barrett. Goes up the baseline, and that one hits back iron. And last season, we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce the Elam ending, a target score, Greg, to end the game, and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star Game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained, and I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in, and I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business. Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
The shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around, and the Bucks miss again.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Now here's Antetokounmpo.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Ntilikina. There's a minute 34 left in the game, and it's good for 2.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
And the Bucks, they're shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Julius Randle.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Knicks. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Here's Antetokounmpo following the score by New York. And the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 20. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Julius Randle.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Ntilikina can't hit.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it. Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Ntilikina can't hit. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Craig, good.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.